In 2015, the Gambia took a significant step by ratifying the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Subsequently, in July 2021, the country enacted the Persons with Disabilities Act, aligning its legal framework with the Convention. The Act aims to ensure that the rights of persons with disabilities are safeguarded across all sectors of society, allowing them to lead dignified lives. Building on this progress, the government of the Gambia established the Advisory Council in 2022, a positive move toward fulfilling its commitment to uphold the rights of persons with disabilities. However, despite these legal strides, persons with disabilities continue to encounter considerable challenges within the country. Access to public spaces, transportation, and buildings remain an ongoing struggle for people living with disabilities in the Gambia. The National Road Authority's road clearing operations and the construction of the OIC roads have inadvertently exacerbated the situation. Large rocks left behind during construction and demolition activities pose significant obstacles for persons with disabilities attempting to navigate the roadside. Mohamed Lamin Tunkara, a teacher and disability rights advocate who is visually impaired, sheds light on some of the pressing concerns faced by persons with disabilities. Mr. Tunkara shares his personal experiences, recounting instances where he narrowly avoided tripping over the roadside rocks while trying to access the road.
It has been our concern as a disability right advocate, to speak out on behalf of my colleagues the problems or the challenges we are going through regarding to this cleansing or this exercise. First of all, we've realized that some of the places which have been demolished or destroyed, stones are not removed from there. You have big rocks. Example, this thing I am saying, I am a victim of it not long ago. And there was a day I was closing from work and then going home. When I crossed the road, I, nearly fell on the ground. And this is the road which I normally access every day whenever I close from work. So I believe that those who are on behind this should remove all these leftover, or they should remove all these rocks or stones which have been destroyed. Otherwise, it might lead to a disaster. I believe they should remove it. They should remove the stones which have been, thrown or left there, because footpaths are the parts which we, the person with disability, used so that we can access places. So we cannot use the main highway where vehicle pass to move. No, so we should use the footpaths so that we can also explore the environment. So, but if those footpaths are covered with stone, it's something which is so annoying.
Mr. Tunkara urges the authorities to address the issue of vehicles parked on the roadside, calling for their removal to ensure easy pedestrian access to the main road.
Even the Banjul Westfield or Banjul Brikama Highway, footpaths which are there are not even good, obviously. So I've been using them. I don't know whether they have been damaged by vehicle. So sometimes if you are walking, if you're not careful as a visual impaired, you might fall into it. And side are full of broken covers of drainage system, whereby if you're not careful, also you might step into it and it might break your leg. Double disability. You lose your eyes, or you lose your sight and also lose your legs or any part of your body. So it's something which is so sad. And then I can say all the footpaths here. I've never seen any of these footpaths which are fully accessible. They must be, you know, broken or so tight that to access it with your stick it's difficult, because if people looking for vehicle are standing uh, on the road, and then you want to pass, why will you pass? You must move left where the gutter is, or you go, or they move down to the ground and you pass. So some will not have that patience. Some will even be standing there and you have to go and knock them. So some people, they don't have that understanding. So it's something sad indeed. Take an action about this. If you clear the road and say, oh, no vehicle should park, and still we have been seeing vehicles are parking. Some people will even sell park those vehicles and then claiming that they are selling them and parking them on the road so that they could be visible to anybody. What about the pedestrians? What about person with disabilities? And even including the wheelchair users. If the only part should be accessed by them is blocked by vehicle, meaning they have to go down the road with their wheelchairs. Some drivers, they drive carelessly. They might hit them. So we are appealing the government to do something about it, and then make the road to be accessible for person with disability. We have been crying for this for so long. This is not the first time.
Mr. Tunkara asserts that if their concerns remain unaddressed by the authorities, it will constitute a violation of their fundamental human rights. He further emphasizes that the Gambian government has long neglected the needs of persons with disabilities.
If they are not, considering this, that means that they are violating our right of accessibility, as I mentioned in both these three laws. So we have the right to move freely, independently. It's not that yes, sure, we need support, but sometimes we also want to move places from place to another place without the assistance of other people. So, but if those roads are blocked or restricted, obviously it's something which is not good at all. So they must put it into consideration. Obviously, truth to be told is, persons with disability are being neglected by the government of this country. Um, Projects have been mentioned, but I've never heard of any project which the government or the president will say that, oh, this project is for persons with disabilities, or persons with disabilities are also included in this project. I've never heard it at all. I don't say that it doesn't exist, but I've never heard it. Yes, stones will be laid, programs, events will be called or organized, but I've never had any of the project whereby, or any of the event whereby the government will be saying that we also put person with disability on this project. They will also, even this road construction that they are doing. Obviously, if you go to other advanced countries, I just traveled not long ago, but I've been seeing how visual impaired on those countries move freely, independently, on their street. Obviously, everywhere is accessible. Why can't they bring those ideas here? Why can't they, do those things here also? We also pay tax. We also pay tax directly. We also pay tax. So, our, revenue should be put in a place whereby we will feel it, obviously. So, person with disability, they are neglected by the government of the Gambia. That's true to be told. That's it. Sure.
Mr. Tunkara urges both citizens and the government to recognize persons with disabilities as valuable members of society, deserving to be treated with dignity and importance.
The message I have for the public out there, including the government, is, let them understand that persons with disability are human beings like them. We believe in equality. We don't believe in discrimination. This is why it is our slogan, disability doesn't mean inability. We believe that whatever sighted people can do, we can also do it. Obviously, we have persons with disability who are, technicians, who are electricians, who are computer, engineers, magistrates, teachers, lecturers, etc., and etc. So, and even we have persons with teachers, which are persons with this, and they are teaching sighted people. So, what's the difference between us? There is no difference. So, the society should keep us as human beings, not as, not as, slaves. Honestly. So, still now that mentality is on people, that whenever they see a person with disability, oh, their son is begging. Some people, they will see you standing with your stick, dressing well, gently. They will just come and then open your hands and put something there. It's just like you are beggar. We don't want that. We also want to be recognized in the society.
Inadequate infrastructure and the absence of universally designed environments often pose significant obstacles, restricting the mobility of independence of individuals with disabilities in the Gambia. When Mr. Bakari Mane, the safety engineer at the National Road Authority, was asked about the concerns raised by Mr. Tunkara, he highlighted a critical issue: communication gaps. According to Mr. Mane, the challenge faced by persons with disabilities primarily stems from a lack of effective communication. Mr. Mane firmly believes that his institution should have proactively communicated safety measures to benefit persons with disabilities. To address this, the NRA is now planning to launch a media campaign aimed at sensitizing the entire Gambian population, including those with disabilities, about the safety aspects of the new routes. In a reassuring statement, Mr. Mane assured persons with disabilities that the NRA is committed to taking necessary actions to enhance road safety and ensure accessibility for everyone. Reporting for Kerfatu, I am Landin Cisse.